What is up, everybody? Today I'm gonna show you how to install Flutter on Windows. So let's begin by downloading the SDK. For that, I'll click on this button, Flutter Windows stable.zip, and this will start a download. So this will take a little while depending on your internet connection, and you can pause the video here and return when the download is done. So this will download this file, and I'll copy the content of this zip file. Let's open it. I'll copy this folder into my documents folder and paste it here. So while this is going in the copying process, I'll download Android Studio. So I'll click on download Android Studio. I have agree and download Android Studio. So again, this could take a little while and you can return when the download is done. This will download this installer and I'll run this installer. So this probably will ask you some administrator permissions and you need to give them. Now let's click on the next button, next, install. So now that Android Studio is installed, I'll click on the next button and finish with the Start Android Studio option enabled. I will not import any settings because this is a fresh installation of Windows. You can choose if you want to send statistics to improve Android Studio. So I click on the next button, the standard installation, next, and next. I'll accept these terms and conditions and hit on the finish button. Now, when installing Android Studio, you would probably be prompted with a permissions admin dialog on Windows in order to install the HAXM accelerator for Android emulators. But because I'm using WSL on this machine, I can install the acceleration technology. So you will probably test all your Flutter apps on a physical device, but if not, I would highly suggest you that you should install this accelerator. So I'll click on the finish button. Let's click on more actions. Let's go to the SDK manager, and here on the tab SDK tools, we need to install the Android SDK command line tools. So I'll click on apply and OK. Now let's click on finish, apply, OK, and let's close this window. So now let's add our paths to our environment variables. So for that, let's go to my Flutter folder and let's enter on the bin folder and copy this path. So in Windows, I can search for environment variables, edit environment variables. So in the path variable, I'll click on edit and I'll add this path and OK. Now let's add another path that will be located at local disk C or your installation of Android Studio. Let's enter here and on the JRE folder, and let's copy the folder to the bin folder inside this folder. Let's edit the path variable and add the path to it and hit an OK and OK. Now in order to test that our installation is correct, let's run a new terminal and run the Flutter doctor command and hit enter. Now as you can see, I get these instructions. Now in order to develop for Android, I need to accept these licenses. And I'll copy this command, Flutter doctor --android -licenses, and hit enter. Let's accept these licenses. And that's it. Now you have Flutter installed on your machine. Now let's create a example project. Let's open Visual Studio Code. Let's create a new folder, for example here, projects. Let's create a new folder here, Flutter, and let's create a new project here by running the command flutter create test install Flutter and hit enter. As you can see, I have my Flutter project initialized, and that's it, guys. Now you have Flutter installed on your Windows machine. So if you have any questions, please leave your comments, and if you liked this video, please hit on the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.